friends.
So, I am live, and this week, I'm just going to turn the music down, give me 2 seconds. This week is a bit of a weird snapshot, because they've reverted some changes. I'm just going to jump over to the patch note screen, just so you guys can see them. And we are going to quickly see if Minecraft has the snapshot, because as far as I know, they've reverted cave generation back, I think. I may be wrong on that, though. So I'm just going to read the patch notes. You might hear my dogs in the background because I do actually have them in the room with me, which I can't help today. So, Minecraft Snapshot 21W15A. We'll talk about this. In today's snapshot, we're making a few needed changes that directly relates our recent announcement. We'll maybe watch that later. I don't know if it has any music in it or anything that can be copyright claimed. If you haven't yet read it, we strongly recommend you do. You can also check out this video form. Is this a text one? This is a text one. So they basically are splitting Minecraft caves and cliffs into two parts, like Bedrock Update Aquatic. I think it was that was split into 2-3 parts. I actually closed down the patch notes, so let's quickly get them back. If I just refresh this page, it should come up. So yeah, let's read the patch notes and then we'll go back to the announcement afterwards. So the riskier and technically more complex world generation changes for the caves and cliffs have been shipped in a later update. Will be shipped in a later update and have been switched off in this snapshot. This means the world height has been switched back to 1.16. Noise, caves and amplifiers have been switched off. Caves and ravine carvers have been returned to their old settings. Crack carvers have been switched off. All changes have been changed back to 1.16. Copper now generates at the bottom of the world and height 162. Being more common about 69. Tuff now generates in blobs between 0 and 16. Worlds created in Snapshot 21WB or earlier can now be once again opened. That's good. Worlds opened in any version between 1.21W6 and 14 can no longer be opened. Oh, this is going to cause a lot of complications. The Caves and Cliffs prototype data pack. You can still try out world generation for the later updated using a data pack which activates the changes as an experimental custom world. Download the update back, so you can still download it and play it if you wanted to. Goats will now ram anything that it moves, also armor stands. That's a bit of a weird change that they've done armor stands as well. Changes: a crinky crunchy sound now plays when bone meal is used. Reordered some blocks in the building tabs. Goats will avoid walking on powdered snow. Creepers won't dare mess with goats. The main menu background has been updated. Tweak the cave texture of raw ores. And just like the old materials, you can now craft a compact version of the ores to save inventory space. I wonder what that compacted version will be. And then loads of thingies. What is this? Building blocks. All ores have been reordered to be in the same location. Compact forms and ores. Underground materials have been reordered. Okay. So it's a snapshot that is basically undoing everything every other snapshot has done, which is a bit weird. They have never actually done that before, as far as I know. So this is going to be weird. So I'm gonna watch the announcement video. I don't think it has any copyrighted things in it. So let me know if the audio is too loud, too quiet, or anything.
I'm Agnes, and today Henrik and myself will talk a bit about the Caves and Cliffs update and why we have split it into 2 releases. And we hope that we will be able to clarify some things around the split as well. So the Caves and Cliffs update will be released in 2 different parts. So one is a summer release and the other one is a holiday release. So that one will be released end of this year. There are 3 main reasons for us to split the update in 2. The first one is quality, the second one is technical complexity, and the third one is super important, and it's team health. To ensure quality, we have decided to release some of the features in the Caves and Cliffs update in holiday instead. And this is because, for us, the most important thing is always to just deliver as much player delight as possible. And we have realized that if we don't release some of the features, the more complex features in holiday, there's a risk that they will not be in a good enough quality, and then it will just not be an as great experience. And of course we always want to just provide you with the best possible experience.
Hi, I'm Henrik. As Agnes mentioned, one of the reasons why we're splitting this update into 2 is because of technical challenges. This update is huge. We are changing the very shape of the world in Minecraft, adding massive mountains, epic caves, and changing the height of the world in order to fit these things. This is tricky. It touches the core of how the world is generated. It's also tricky for performance reasons because there's just more going on when the world is higher. So we've decided that we don't want to rush this. We want to make sure that we give this the time it deserves. While at the same time, we realize that there's a bunch of features that don't involve changing the way the world is generated. So we decided to split it and put those parts in the summer update and then put the world generation parts in the holiday update.
Team health is something that's very important for us. With the Caves and Cliffs update, we realized if we're gonna release all the features in the summer, we would have to crunch a lot, and we shouldn't. And we don't want to force anyone to work overtime. We also want to.
So we're not going to actually watch it all because it is a 6-minute long video. But basically they are splitting Minecraft 1.17 into probably 1.17 and 1.18, I'm guessing, or 1.17 and 1.17.5 or something like that. They haven't actually confirmed what both versions will be. All we know is one will probably be 1.17, the other one will be something after that. And that one will be in around Christmas time, so December. Like the Buzzy Bees update that released on December 10th, if I remember correctly. So that is how the 1.17 update is working now. We'll get all the features in, and then we will get the generation, lower caves, higher world gen, all around Christmas, which is confusing that they've announced this late, but it's understandable because they're thinking about the team's health and making sure all their team is healthy, staying staying at home as much as they can while we're going through what we're going through. As you can see, the background screen has actually changed. So I'll just let you, I'll just leave it on this a minute while it like rotates around. So you can see it, there's a amethyst cluster right there, so they will probably still generate. There's some deep dripstones. There's the new ores textures still stayed. So it seems like the only thing that they're not bringing at the moment is like the whole minus 64 300 level. I'm actually happy. It means they'll have more time to work. Yeah, so features will most likely be better when they actually come now, because they have more time to work on them. Although that does mean the warden probably won't be added. I'm sad about that, but it's better in the long run, because we'll get a better update. And as you can see, you can no longer load these worlds. It will loading of worlds with extended height is disabled, but you can now load old worlds created in 21W05 and below. It was made above, so 06 or above that, they can't be loaded, which is sad, but it's a thing that is obviously happening. So let's quickly load up a world in creative mode so we can look at this and just see like what the worlds look like now. Oh my god, my dog just shook. Sorry if there is any background sound. I can't actually help that, but I tried to limit it as much as possible. That's why there was so long of music, because I was not prepared for this stream. And I didn't expect them to release it so early. Well, it's not really early, but it's earlier than what they have been doing. So, we're in a world now in this snapshot. So let's quickly go into spectator mode and just fly down. And as you can see, yeah, the whole deep slate area has gone. We no longer have the deep slate below. This is on 0, if I believe. Hey, welcome. Tejaz. I think I may have said that wrong. So yeah, as you can see, I'm on 0 and we're at bedrock level. Oh no, it seems like it's at mine. I never knew that. Was that always been a thing? 0 and minus 0? I didn't know that was a thing. You've now got 0 and then you got minus 0. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that has always been a thing. But yeah, as you can see, deep slate does still generate. So it's not like they've completely removed it from the world. It is still here. It's just low down in the world. Amethyst clusters still generate, and they generate with the blobs in them, and not the blobs, the basalt. And then tough, they said, spawns once again around, where is it? Tough, they said, should spawn between levels 0 and 16. Now deep slate is still here, but it's just not below 0. It's not below 0. It's between 0 and 16, I believe. So I'm just going to see if we can find some tough. First, as you can see, dripstones are still generating. There's some dripstones right there. In a ravine. There's diamonds. The ore textures have been the same. I still can't find tough. Is that tough right there? Yeah, there you go. There's tough right there. So it does generate, as you can see. So how is it 0 now? They have reverted it because they're splitting the caves and cliffs into 2 parts. It'll be 1. I don't know. I'm not going to say a version number. It'll be the first half of 1.17, which will be all the blocks, items, and all that, which will release in summer. So summer 2021. And then the generation and all that, the actual updated caves, will come the end of this year, because they realised that it was too much and the team's health wasn't. They're thinking of the team's health because there's a pandemic and all that going around. They have less time to work, and they've realised that it's a bit too much for that amount of time. So goats, as you can see, we had them before, but they now actually ram you. The babies still don't have horns, which is quite funny, I think. I hope it stays. Here is the blobs of raw ores. Block of gold, block of raw gold, block of raw copper, block of raw iron. So let's go to the building blocks, because they've actually redone all this, they said. And they have. That looks really cool. I like the raw block of gold. So as you can see, this is the new way all the building blocks is shown. They've changed the order of some of them. I can't really notice like much change. But here's the raw blocks. This looks like honeycomb. Really. This really looks like honeycomb. Let's just get a honeycomb block and see how different it is. Okay, it's a bit different, but it does really look like honeycomb. 1.17 and 1.17.10. That might be it. I reckon it'll be 1.17 and 1.17.5. Like a half, or it'll be 1.17 and 1.18. I'm not exactly sure. We won't know. They haven't confirmed the version numbers as far as I know. But here are all the raw ores. These are raws ores. These are these ores. Oh yeah, the textures have also been changed. Let's get them textures and look at them. So it's these, just a compressed block version. Will you be able to still play worlds? No, you can still play them. Not in this snapshot. If you go into 21W13 or 14A, you can play them. But if you update to 15, you can no longer play them. Which is sad, but it's understandable why they're doing it. I know a lot of people are going to be angry and mad, but it is really understandable why they're doing it. They're thinking of their health, and they're thinking of they're thinking of making the game good as well. If they rushed it all, obviously it would be very buggy, maybe even unplayable, and we don't want that. We want a game that is finished, playable, and stuff like that. And as you can see, it is 9 of the ores to make the block, or the raw ores to make the block. So, yeah, that is how they're crafted. And I like all 3 of them. They're actually all 3 really good blocks. I don't know where they'd be useful, but I can see this one being very useful. But the other 2, I don't know where. Maybe you could use this as like a cobblestone path, because it really matches it with cobblestone quite a lot if I get cobblestone and pull it. No, maybe not. The texture's the same, but I think it's too, like, dark. But I have no idea. I'm not a builder. So goats now should ram, although it said something about creepers. Let's quickly summon a creeper and see what a creeper does. Let's summon a creeper. Does the creeper do anything? Or not? Let's summon a cow, let's say, because I know they don't really like cows, and see what it does to the cow. Can you smelt the raw ore blocks to get a normal ore block? That is actually a good thing to test. Let's test that. A furnace, and let's also get I hope the bedrock will most likely match up with Java in the 2 updates. I doubt they'll release it all as one, because obviously they want the same things on the same platforms. You cannot. That would be a good recipe though. So if you smelt this, you would get like a copper block. You'd get like, let's say this. That would be a good recipe. It's not a thing, but maybe that is maybe a change they could make in the future. Or maybe they don't want it. Can you craft these back? You can. So 1 block gives you the 9 back. So it ain't like a recipe where it consumes any. Welcome, flying donkey. But yeah, so 9 of them gives you a block, and then you can also turn that block back to like stack your inventory up a little bit more. Deep slate ores have been removed. They haven't been removed. So do these generate, or are they a creative only feature at the moment? Has all the moss blocks and all that been removed, or is that still in the game? No, okay, moss and all that's still in the game. So I don't know like what is happening with all that. Maybe they'll make them generate, just not below 0 yet. I have no idea. Okay, welcome. So yeah, I don't know what will happen, but as you can see, glow lecterns or lichens are still generating and spawning. Amethysts are still spawning. Dripstones are still spawning. So everything's still spawning. All they have done is removed the 0 to -64 bedrock layer. And then I think they've also removed the build height. So if we quickly just go up, let's go up. It was 320, I believe. Let's quickly go into creative mode. So it was 320. Let's see if I put /set block here, and let's just set it as grass or granite. This position is out of this world. Let's see. So I can set one there, and then if I go up, so the build height is 255. So they've reverted the actual build height back as well, which is, it's a weird change because I don't think they've ever done this where they've added things and then reverted it. But it's, as I said, it's very much understandable why they have done it like this. The second part of the update will be 2022 January. No, it will be the end of this year. So around November, December is my guess. Most likely December. It'll probably, they called it the holiday update, which is they class as December, Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas. It'll be like the Buzzy Bees. The Buzzy Bees update was released on December the 10th, so it'll be around that time, probably. They've removed the generation of everything except Amethyst Clusters, Lush Caves. Lush Caves don't actually generate. They've kept the generation in a amplified world or a custom world, but Lush Caves don't generate in these worlds. Dripstones do generate, but not the caves. They only generate in like little clusters here and there. The last half is Christmas. Yeah, the Christmas update will be like... they called it the holiday update, obviously, because not everyone celebrates Christmas. It's known as some people as holiday. But that will add like all the generation, all the main bigger things that are harder. No, it'll be that they both by the end of this year, 1.17, or the Caves and Cliffs, we'll call it, will be out completely. It will just obviously be in 2 parts. But by the end of this year, it should be fully out for both platforms, I'm guessing. I'm not going to say anything about Bedrock because I don't know what they're doing with Bedrock. I'm guessing they are going to match it up with Java, but I'm not exactly sure. Technically it is 256, yeah, but it gives you the error 255 because you can't place a block above that. But yeah, there is a data pack you can load, and I may load it at the end of this video, or at the end of this stream, just to show you guys how it works and stuff like that. But I want to see one of these goats ram something. I don't know what they ram. It says they don't ram creepers, or creepers know not to mess with them. Oh yeah, Bone Meal should have a new sound. Can you guys hear sounds? Let me know if you can. No Warden. No, there is no Warden yet. Let me know if you guys can hear game sounds real quick, and if you can, I will try the new Bone Meal sound. You have a new skin. It's a Warden in a goat onesie. So it's still the Warden, it's just a goat onesie instead of the, we hear game sounds? Okay, so the new Bone Meal sound is, let's turn up, I'm guessing it's under blocks. Is it under blocks? That is the Bone Meal sound. So it's not that, I don't know what it sounded like before. Did it even have a sound? I'm not sure, but that is a new Bone Meal sound. It's not. I like that they're changing sounds when needed because it makes the game feel more like it's actually thingied. So these goats, they don't seem to be ramming anything. Maybe they might ram me. Let's sell it today just so I don't get attacked by anything else. Time, set, day, and what is that zombie villager doing? So, let's wait for it to turn day, and I will summon a few goats down and just see if they will attack me, because obviously, I want to see what's happened, how they attack you and what they do. So, while I'm streaming, I would like to get your guys' opinion on it. What should I do about the 1.17 survival world? Because I was planning to go back to older versions, and now I have no choice but to go back. It's like Minecraft answered the question for me, because a few videos ago, I actually uploaded a video where I didn't know what to do, because I spent like a year on my old world, and then obviously the updating of worlds meant you couldn't update. Now I can't do nothing but go back. So I guess Minecraft answered the question for me. Should I upload like one more video in the like not old, but the 21W14A world where I like beat the dragon or something, and end the world, or should I just instantly go back to this version basically, which means we'll go back to the old world. I'm really confused because it's like I did not expect this. I did not expect to be forced to go back. I guess there is the option of making a new world, but I don't really want to do that for a lot of reasons. So let's quickly go into survival mode and summon a few goats and see if they... oh no. See what they do. Will they ram me? Will they not? Beat the dragon? You'd like to see if I... okay, I will end that series. It most likely won't be next episode. It'll probably be Friday or Monday I do that. That's like the summer update would add so little. I don't think it will though. It would add goats, axolotls and glow squids. How do axolotls and glow squids spawn now then? Because you don't really find pools of water underground. So how do they spawn? We'll have to check that later on. But I want to go to ram me first to see how it rams me. I'm going to go in this perspective, just in case one sneaks up behind me and rams me. But how do they ram me? I just want to see them do it, just to see how they do it. Come on, just ram me already. I'm pretty sure I can also take the the helmet off if I think. Hat off. Will that take it off? No, it doesn't. Oh, it does, but the actual back of the head is also the goat. So, yeah. But I can then put that back on, because otherwise the skin don't look as good without that. So they're not actually ramming me. I don't know why. Does it mean do you have to like aggro one first? Ouch. That was a skeleton, not a goat. Can you put balance? No, the goats will avoid it. Yeah, I'll try that in a second. I just want to see them ram me first. Come on, stupid goat, just ram into me. They do have the ramming effect. It was in the patch notes, unless it weren't implemented properly. Come on. Do they not ram the player? They should ram the player. They do on Bedrock at least. So unless they like, I don't know. Come on, just ram me already. Was he going to do it? Oh, go away, creeper. Is it because the creeper's here they're not ramming me? I have no idea. Let's just summon loads of them. One of them will eventually hit me. Let's just do that. There we go. So now let's go in this perspective so we can see it. Just in case. The end. If you carry on spamming, you're going to be timed out. Is something changed in the end? If something has, I will go over and look maybe after. I just want to see if the goats ram me first. What has changed in the end? Punch the goat to ram. Punched it a few times. Let's just punch loads of them. Just to anger some. Let's punch you as well. You look like punchable. Let's punch you. I've punched... oh my god, that was a skeleton shooting arrow. I wondered what that was then. They don't seem to be ramming. It seems like they're mainly sticking over this area as well. Could it be the fact that I've spawned these in? And if you spawn them, they like you, like iron golems? I don't think that is the case, but maybe it is. I don't know. He looked like... oh my god, I missed it. Okay. Or was that a skeleton hit me? Was that a goat ram me or a skeleton hit me? I have no idea. I think that might have been a skeleton. The image in the release notes shows a creeper being ran by a goat. I know they said creepers know not to mess with goats. I don't know what that exactly means. but I don't know if that was a goat ram me or a skeleton hit me. I think it was a goat ram me, but I'm not exactly sure. We'll try and see it. Okay, you saw it. They put their head down and run at you really, really fast. So that is how goats ram. It don't seem like it's a common thing. It seems like it's like, there you go. That one just done it as well. It's quite a rare thing. It seems like it's not like common, but it's cool when it happens. So, and it seems like they don't get aggroed. Like, you don't have to hit them or anything for them to ram you. The realm will come at the first release, so summer this year. It will come at the first 1.17, or the first part of Caves and Cliffs. Can someone... I love goats. They're cool. They're a cool mob. I think they're unique on how they work as well. Can a mod time out the person spamming? M+3? What does M+3 do? That don't do nothing. Right, so it says they avoid powdered snow. Let's try that. Let me quickly just... Oh, there you go. A mod has done it thanks to Jorium. Right. You didn't know the streams are a bit behind? Yeah, I know that. I don't know how much delay the stream has. It should be on minimal, so about 5 seconds, maybe a bit less. But yeah, so let's try powdered snow. There we go. Let's get some powdered snow. Let's do like a little building, so the goat can't go anywhere. Although it can jump out of it. I'm hoping it don't, but it can. So let's do that. I'm hoping it don't jump out of it. It most likely will, but... So let's summon the goat on these blocks here. Let's put powdered snow all there. Or let's do it like that. And let's leave like one block there. To see if it will actually pathfind out of that. It's not the best thing to do. Maybe if we hold wheat, it might actually work better. Because obviously it will pathfind to the wheat. Let's see. It seemed like it did. Yeah, it seems like it does actually pathfind all the way around it. Let's maybe now do that and see what it does. Will it jump to get to me? Or will it just stop? It seems like it just stops. Maybe it is like... maybe it's like... No, yeah, it seems like it does just stop. And if I break that, it will walk. Okay, so let's see what happens if there's like one block in the middle. I don't think it will do nothing. Yeah, as you can see, it like won't actually do nothing. It'll probably eventually jump its way out, but it just won't run over the snow to get out. Do they sink on snow? They still do. Okay, I thought they would be one of them mobs that would be able to walk on it. And they do freeze. That is another weird thing. They shouldn't freeze either, should they? But it seems like they are slowly freezing. Another thing, the goat horn is still not in Java, so they don't drop like the goat horn or anything, which is obviously, there we go, 2 goats just died. So that is all that's new. The 3 new blocks and the addition for goats to ram right into you. We're now going to head into a cave and see if I can find any glow squids or axolotls. Because I don't know if they still spawn or not. There we go. An axolotl's right there. So it seems like they spawn in ocean caves. Which is maybe the only place you can find them at the moment. Because the only other little pools of water is like little bits like this. And it seems like a glow squid has attempted to spawn here, but it sadly died. Okay, and deep slate iron is generated there. So deep slate iron is obtainable. I don't know about any of the other deep slates. Deep slate gold is right there. What about deep slate diamonds? Deep slate redstone is obtainable. Deep slate lapis. So it seems like the deep slate ores do still generate, but only in the little bits of deep slate that is in the world. So I haven't seen any deep slate diamonds just yet, but axolotls do still spawn. Do goats? Why is this chest here? Why is there a chest there? Is that meant to be a buried treasure chest? Why is there a chest there? I don't think buried treasure chests could actually generate this low. What is this? What? What is this meant to be? Is this, what is this? Is this meant to be an ocean ruin? There's stronghold blocks here, but there's not a stronghold. Is that meant to be an ocean ruin that is too deep down? Or is that a misgenerated... There's a treasure chest. They should spawn like 1 to 2 blocks down. Or what is with... I don't know what this is. What is this one as well? Is this an ocean ruin? Yeah, no it weren't actually, because it had a treasure map in it, didn't it? No, it just had wheat. That weren't a buried treasure either, because I think all buried treasures have to have a ocean of the heart of the sea. That's what it's called, but I may be wrong. But this okay, it seems like it maybe is ocean ruins, and they've obviously generated wrongly because the cave has generated in the same place. Okay, and glow squids, as you can see, are spawning as well. So they can still be found, but it seems like their main location is underwater caves, which is a bit annoying because you have to obviously go to an ocean to find them, and it's still quite hard to find them in an ocean. So let's quickly just go. What's new? It's new. They've reverted a lot of cave generation changes back to 1.16 generation, because 1.17 will now be split into 2 separate updates. They have obviously fixed some things to match up with the new generation, like axolotls and glow squids now spawn in pools of water in 1.16's caves. We've got 3 new blocks, the raw ore blocks, and goats now ram players and try to avoid powdered snow. See you later, Logan. Buried treasure chests only generate on sand. Yeah, that must have been a misgenerated, what's it called? Misgenerated ocean ruin. So here are the new raw ore blocks for anyone who's new. These are blocks made out of 9 raw ores. So let's break that. They're them. And yeah, Dejorium just linked the announcement video for them basically saying why they're doing what they've done. Why split it? They've split it for a few reasons. One, it's too technical for them to have ready by summer this year, and they didn't want to obviously delay it because they've promised or said it will be out for summer. So they want to get something out for summer, and the whole caves and mountains and all that is too technical for them to have all ready. Another one is health of the staff at Mojang, because obviously they have to think of their staff's health. Their staff can't be working all day every day, because obviously they're humans as well. So they have to think of staff health, and basically it's just too much for them to get out in such a short amount of time, because it's literally about within April now. So we've literally got what, May, June, and maybe July. So it's like 3 months, 2 months. 3 small updates in a row. It won't really be. And how is 3 small updates in a row? I don't know what you mean by 3 small updates. We had 1.16, which weren't really a small update. And then 1.17 and whatever the second version is called, they won't really be small updates. They will both be quite big. How do you get normal form of items like iron? I don't know what you mean by that. If you mean like iron ingots, you can smelt the raw ores. So you can smelt this into 1 iron ingot. So 1 will give you an ingot. And you obviously get this by mining normal iron ore. So mining this or this will give you this. Smelting this will give you this. Smelting that in a furnace will give you that. And 9 of these raw ores can be turned into that. Try to regenerate an old world in this version. If you actually try it, don't let you. You have to go into the game's code to get a region out of an old world into a new one. So I'll quickly just show you that if I can do it. But as you can see, trying to load an old world, it don't let you. It says loading of old worlds with extended height is disabled, and if you click on it, it just don't let you do nothing. It don't even give you an option to do anything. It just don't let you click. So that's that. They have also changed the texture for the background panorama. It's now to match obviously the caves update. But if I quickly go into the game code, which I might be able to do real quick. This is going to be something that might take a little bit of time, but I will get it done. So I need to go into an old world save. Where is an old world? This is an old world. Let's go into that, and let's get this region right here. No, not that region. Let's get this region. Let's copy that region. Let's just copy that, and I'll have to paste that into New World 47. Don't ask me why I have so many new worlds. Region, paste it in there, replace. There we go. Right, so we should have a new world. This might crash the game. I'm not exactly sure. But we now have a 1.17 prior cave generation in this world somewhere. I have to actually now go and find it. Which it should be, if I slash kill myself, it should be near spawn. So let's now go down. Let's turn spectator up a little bit, and we should see it somewhere. What region did I get? Let me quickly just check and see if I can locate where it is in the world. Like what coordinates it's at. Let me quickly just do this. I think that's the region. Minecraft region coords. Just give me a second, and I'll hopefully. What do they drop? Goats, if you're on about. They drop nothing. At the moment, they drop nothing. So I think that was the region. I may be wrong though. Right, let's do this again. They've removed the goat horn. The goat horn was never in Java. It never got added. So maybe in a future update they might add it, but it wasn't. It was added to Bedrock. It was never added. What is that opening? Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to get this to work, and it don't seem to be loading the regions. It might be because it's a region obviously loaded in the world you can't load, but it should still load it, and it's not. So let's quickly see. Let's load that up. Region. Let's load region this one. So now if I go back, and load this into world 47 region and load it in here. Replace. So it's 0 minus 1. Okay, so that should be. I should now have this working. Right, so let's do this. And that is okay, so I need to go to minus 600 0. Okay, so we should have this now working, which is good. So let me quickly just get this done. There we go. So once it loaded, you can play multiplayer now. You were able to before. You weren't allowed to update old worlds, which can now be done again. So if we go to minus 600, we should see the old world load. So if we just fly over, no, this one needs to be below 600. This one needs to be above 600. So, okay, let's just TP myself there. TP at S 0, 100, minus 600. We should now be in chunks loaded. It's an ocean. Maybe, maybe not, actually. Have I completely messed this up? I have. Seems like it maybe not be loading. I don't know. It should load. I don't see why it shouldn't. Let's try going to positive 600. Seeing if it's here. No, once again, it's not here. Okay. Right, let me quickly see if I can do this. It might be that it just don't generate the world chunk or the region, but it should. I don't see why it shouldn't. Saves. Right, so let's go into this one. Let's go into that. And let's do this one. Let's generate that one. Let's drag that into there. And now drag that into there. No, I dragged it into the wrong one. So let's drag that there. Sorry about this. It should be done. There we go. Now if I load, let's quickly just leave the world because I know there's an error if you don't leave it. It don't actually like save it. Let's just drag that there. Replace. And there we go. Java Bedrock. I don't know what you mean. How about the Warden? I don't know what's happened with the Warden. It hasn't been added. I'm guessing it will most likely be added in the second half. I'm not exactly sure. Raw blocks. I'll show the raw blocks off in a second. But let's now TP back to 0. At S0, 70, 0. And maybe we should... No, okay, it seems like it's not actually loading the chunks from old worlds. I'm most likely doing something wrong. But it don't seem to be doing it. Because I'm in the right coordinates for it. It's just not loading it. So... maybe I'll try and get it done for a video when I have more time to sit down and work on it. But at the moment, it's not actually doing it. Raw blocks, I'll quickly show the raw blocks off again. So you've got raw gold, raw copper, and raw iron. They're the 3 raw blocks. It is 9 raw ores for 1 block, and that block can be crafted back into the raw ores just by putting it in a crafting table. So 9 gives you a raw block, and 1 block gives you 9 back. It has been 1.5 1 year and a half. They said 1.17 will be launched, but they said it will be launched in summer of this year, which isn't which isn't summer just yet. Personally, I'd rather for the update to be released in the entirety during the holidays. I don't think that was maybe their first option, but I don't think they want to do that because at Minecraft Live they did say it would release in summer. So I think they want to stick by that. Otherwise, a lot of people does raw diamond exist? No. Otherwise, a lot of people would be upset that they've gone back on their word. Although I think there is going to be a lot of hate towards the devs for doing what they have done. And if someone in chat is thinking about going to hate, if someone in chat is thinking about going to hate on any Minecraft devs, just remember they have done it to make it a better update in the end. And I don't mean in the end biome, I mean just as the final project or the final finishing thing. Summer has gone. In the UK it isn't. Summer in the UK is about 2 to 3 months away. So about 60 to 90 days. So yeah, it will release in about 60 to 90 days. Maybe a bit longer. I don't know when summer actually ends in the UK. But it starts, I think, in 2 months. It will come in September. No, the second part will come in about November, December-ish. My guess is December, probably mid to end December. The first part, let me quickly just Google when summer ends. When does summer start 2021? In the UK, it starts on the 21st of June and it ends on the 22nd of September. So it'll come any time between June and September. So it could come in September. But anytime between June and September, we'll get the first part of the update. But yeah, one thing is, don't hate on devs because they have done what they've done. It's to protect themselves from getting ill because of, obviously, we've got a pandemic going around. A lot of countries are suffering really bad from it still. And they've just done it to make the overall update better when it's fully released. So if anyone in chat was thinking of going to hate on them, think twice before doing so. They don't deserve it. The update will still eventually be to us. It will just be done in 2 parts, and some of it will be a bit later than normal. So can we play now? You can play this snapshot now, which obviously reverts it all. You can still play in old worlds, but via just going back a snapshot. And there is a data pack you can install to get new worlds. Let's quickly see if I can get that data pack and show you how that data pack works. So once again, like all data packs, you drag it into your data packs folder, which is only, I just smacked my mic, which is only available on Java. So I'm just going to download it and show you guys what the actual data pack does. So you guys can see like what it's like before downloading it. So it's downloaded. I now just need to make a whole new world again and drag it into the data packs folder. So let's make a new world. You're playing it now. You can play it obviously with a data pack, but you won't, if you want to play with like old cave generation and the extended build height, you have to go back or get the data pack. I'll show you what the data pack does now because I don't even know what it adds or what it does. So it says there, do you want to install the following data pack? Caves and Cliffs Review. Click yes. Make sure you have it as selected data packs and then load a world. So now let's load the world and it should have the data pack installed. You will get this error. This is just because it's using Minecraft's experimental features, which are not supported for most things, and it's an experimental beta sort of testing thing. So just click proceed. It's just a warning, basically, just to say the world could corrupt or anything like that. It's just a warning to be there. So we're in a world. As if I just do data pack. Data pack list, I think the actual command is data pack list. No, maybe not. Data pack. Oh, there you go. Data pack list. There are currently 2 data packs. Vanilla, which is the built-in Minecraft one, and then you've got the file Caves and Cliffs preview. So that data pack Caves and Cliffs preview don't seem to actually add anything. I'm trying to like see if anything new is added, but it don't look like it. So yeah, it don't look like anything actual new is here. So they haven't like removed anything. All they have done is if we go into spectator mode as you can see, we have the caves below level 0. So if I go to this and go down to 0, as you can see, we have got the old OG caves. So you can still have these in this snapshot. It will just be a data pack only feature. So is there a snapshot today? Yes, the snapshot removes these caves below 0. It basically does it so you can't generate caves below 0 if you update to the new snapshot. Will the warden be added in the first part? I have no idea. My guess, and once again it is my guess, will be no, it won't. But I may be wrong, it might. It might be added like as a creative thing. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, so the snapshot today made it so these caves don't generate anymore. Because of obviously the whole two parts thing. So these caves won't generate. The extended build height of 320 is removed. It's gone back to the 1.16. And they added 3 new blocks, and goats have got a better spawning. I'm not joining anyone on Discord. If you explain properly what you mean. Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second there. If you explain properly what you mean by multiplayer, because a multiplayer has always been a thing. Are you excited for the update? I am. And I can't wait for both parts. I understand why Minecraft have done what they've done. It's to help them. Said mobs and blocks will be added in the first part. No, we don't know for sure what will be added and what won't. The warden might be added, but I don't think the deep dark will be, because of it being a, like, it might be a survival only, a creative only, I mean. We're not exactly sure. These caves once again don't spawn anymore. You have to have a data pack installed to get them, or you have to go into old world prior to this snapshot. Which is sad, but it's a thing that has been done, and I guess there's really nothing we can do about it. But yeah, we won't know. To see what will be added in the first part, we'll have to wait. They haven't confirmed what features. My dog is crying. Sorry about the background sound. Sorry about that, guys. Most of the blocks and mobs will be added in the first half. Yeah, most of it will be. We just don't know what. We'll have to wait until Mojang confirm it. Where are my Lush Caves? So Lush Cave blocks are still in the game as far as I know. So like if we scroll through this, yeah, as you can see, the dripstones, roots and all that are still in the game. They haven't removed anything. So they can still be obtained, I think, through wandering traders and stuff like that. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. They haven't given us a list of features that will come. In what parts, we'll just have to wait. All we know is the cave generation won't come until the second half. So if I quickly just make a new world. Let's go into creative mode. I just want to see, are the super flat single biome lush caves still a thing? Or have they removed them as well? And what happens when you load one? So lush caves, it's still there. Let's load one. Do we get the the old cave generation, like below 0? Or is it only the new caves? Let's see. Am I excited? I am very excited, yes. My guess is everything in the game right now will be implemented in the first half. Obviously more will still come because there's still more snapshots to come, but everything at the moment will be implemented and more. So there's quite a lot, and yes, pointed dripstones and blocks do still generate in normal caves. So here are lush caves without obviously the extended bedrock layer. So obviously bedrock is at 0. So you can still get lush caves obviously in a single biome world. And here is what they look like. Okay, so when will the full update be released? It'll be released the holiday of this year. So around December, November. That's my guess. That is when the holiday... Obviously, the holiday's in December. So my most likely guess is December. Yeah, holiday, if you don't know what that means, that does just mean Christmas. So obviously, if you call it Christmas, it's Christmas. If you call it holidays, it's holidays. But it's around December. Maybe a bit earlier. We're not exactly sure. But, so as you can see, lush caves obviously do still work. So you can get the lush cave features still, obviously in a single biome world. This is not a world like a normal world. This is a single biome world. So you can still get them, which is pretty cool. And then obviously it's the same. I'll just show you the dripstones. It will come out in September. Probably not. I'm just going to say that because we won't know. The first half might come out in September. The second half definitely won't. As September isn't the holidays. Axolotl spawns in little blobs in the caves. This will change. Axolotl spawn mostly in underwater caves. So if you go to an ocean, they are most commonly found there. So part 1 won't have the mega caves. No, it will not. It will have 1.16 cave generation. Obviously the 0 bedrock layer and the 255 build height, or 256 build height. That will stay until the second half. So let's just quickly make a single biome. Let's get the dripstone caves. So we can just show these off without the extended cave height, whatever you want to call it. Without the lower caves. So, yeah, cave generation basically has gone back to 1.16 caves. All the things that was added in 1.17 snapshots, like glow lichens, amethyst clusters, and all that, do still generate. They just generate with the old caves. So this is dripstone caves in, obviously, old cave generation, where you don't have -64. So it's still, once again, they still work. You can still get them, but once again, it is a single biome thing. You can't get them in the I don't know what Chipotle, I think. I don't know. Will it be added? I don't know. I'm gonna guess no, but I'm not a Mojang developer. I don't know what they plan to add and when they plan to add things. I have no idea. What is the point of amethysts? It can be used to make amethyst blocks, which are these blocks right here. It can be used to make, I think it's used in the spyglass recipe. I'm not exactly sure. I think it is used in the spyglass recipe. Which, if you didn't know, the spyglass is this right here, which is obviously the zooming thing. So it's used in this, and it's also used to make these blocks right here. I don't know, it might have more uses in the future. I'm not exactly sure. It might have more use now, I just can't remember off the top of my head. So, before I am going to end that stream there, because it's obviously, I've got things to do, and I've now got to record a video explaining why I'm going back to an old world. So is there anything you guys want me to test before I end? Tinted glass is useful for farms. Yeah, it is. So you don't have to, like, if you still want to see in the farm, without having to build all the blocks around and make it so it's dark. Tinted glass is very good, and it's obviously still in the game. What is crafted from amethyst? As far as I know, the only things that are crafted is the actual amethyst shards, which are these right here. Not that. It's these right here. And I don't know. The spyglass has come up as a recipe for them. Let's quickly just see what else is a recipe for them. Spyglass, as you can see, is 2 copper and a amethyst. Oh yeah, tinted glass is also amethyst, surrounded by a glass. So at the moment, it's only these 3 things that uses amethyst. Spyglass, tinted glass, and an amethyst block. The only thing I wanted in this update is the warden. I can't wait for the warden to be added, but we'll just have to, that is one thing we have to do, just wait. What's the difference from this snapshot and the summer release? In this snapshot, they basically removed all old cave generation. The -64 caves now stop at 0 like they did prior to 1.17 snapshots. The world height has been lowered back down to 255. And that's it. They've just, like, obviously altered spawnings of blocks, mobs and that to match the old caves. Welcome, Mandeep. BRB, I gotta watch the vid again. Yeah, the video was posted. It's also just on Twitter, YouTube, anywhere. I like the new goats and the spyglass. Yeah, goats will now ram in this snapshot. So in this snapshot, let's just quickly cover to end off the stream. We got 3 new blocks, which is raw iron, raw copper, and raw gold. So it's the raw ore blocks. So 9 raw ores give you these. Why did they get rid of -64 caves? To simplify it, caves and cliffs will now be implemented in 2 different updates. So it will be 1.17 first half, part 1, let's just call it, and 1.17 part 2. Part 1 will add most blocks, mobs, items. Part 2 will add all the cave generation, the extended generation and all that. Because the Mojang devs they're working too hard and they've got to think about their health because they are human too. So they add all the items Java has and the blocks. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I guess soon they will obviously announce like what. The only thing that we know will be coming in the second half is lower cave generation. I'm guessing the lush caves and that will probably come in the second half as well. I'm not sure. We don't know. But yeah, in this snapshot we got raw iron, raw copper, raw gold blocks. We also got goats now ram you. So a goat will now actually attack you by ramming into you. It's quite a rare thing, I think, but it will ram you. And then obviously the reversion of caves, which is also a thing. Once again, don't hate on Minecraft devs. It is completely understandable why they've done what they've done. They are thinking about their health and they're thinking about the game and how they can make the game better without rushing it. So if you are thinking of hating, just think twice. It's not needed. Because they're thinking of how they can make the game better without rushing it. And that's exactly what they're doing. So, I'm just going to give it a few more minutes. Is there anything else you guys want me to test in this snapshot before I end? And also, thank you for 600 subs. We've reached 600 subs in this stream, which is absolutely insane. We're on 602, I believe, which is totally insane. I did not expect to reach. If you once again want to join a Discord, the link for the Discord is in the description. I'll be active in the Discord maybe as soon as the stream ends, or maybe a little bit after. I'm not exactly sure. And I talk in a Discord quite a lot. I'm active on it pretty much every day. I read all comments that go in there. I can bet everything that that Warden will be here 100% in the first part. It will most likely, I guess it will be in the first part. It just might be a creative only thing until the second part. I don't know. We'll have to just wait. I'm not going to say anything because then obviously if I'm wrong, people will say, oh, you said. So I'm not going to say anything. Thanks, Insam. I think that's how you say it. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. So once again, if you want to join the Discord, no hate. The devs have done something that they needed to do to make the game better, and obviously with everything that's going on in the world at the moment, the pandemic and all that, a lot of countries are still struggling. So the UK is still struggling quite a lot. We're slowly getting out of it, but a lot of countries like I think France, Italy and stuff like that, most parts there are struggling really bad. So only the items and not the generated features. Yes, I believe. I'm guessing so, yeah. Shout out, please. Asking for one, you won't get one. If you subscribe, you might possibly get one. But I don't give one out just for asking, because then it will just be a thing of chat spamming for shout outs. So, I'll leave the chat a minute, just so you guys can say if you want me to test anything. Thank you to everyone who tuned into this stream. We explored what was new in this snapshot, which goats are now useful a little bit more. We have 3 new blocks, which they are quite cool blocks. I think they will be used quite well in building. I can see them being used quite a lot. Thanks, Neatin, I think. I'm absolutely rubbish with names, so if I do say your name wrong, correct me in chat. But I'm absolutely rubbish with pronouncing words, names, anything like that. But thank you to anyone who tuned in. Thank you to anyone who subscribed. If you want to join the Discord, the link will be in the description. I will be active on there as soon as the stream ends. Most likely talking about what you guys think of this snapshot, because it's quite a weird one. They've done it in Bedrock last week, I think, or a few weeks ago, removing the glow squid. But they've never done something where they remove literally most an update of features. So we'll just have to wait and see what future snapshots hold for the first part of the Caves and Cliffs. So, if you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. Once again, thank you to everyone who tuned in. And I will see you guys in another video tomorrow. There will be a video on the channel about 24 hours. Or 23 and a half hours from now. So if you want to get another video, I'll be playing in this most recent snapshot. That video will be out. Why don't I stream on Twitch? It's too toxic, at least for me. So yeah, a video will be out in about 23 and a half hours. So I'll see you guys then. But yeah, I don't stream on Twitch because it's way too toxic for me, and it's just not something that I'm gonna put up with. YouTube is toxic enough. I don't think I'll be able to handle/deal with Twitch. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye.